Sam the dog and Lerry the cat lived in a cozy little house with a big backyard, a comfortable couch, and a kitchen filled with delicious smells, especially when Mrs. Johnson, their owner, was baking. Sam, a big, fluffy golden retriever, had a nose like a vacuum cleaner, and Lerry, the sneaky, slender white cat, had an ego as high as the kitchen counter. On any normal day, they would coexist peacefully, or at least, that's what Mrs. Johnson thought. But there was one thing that could instantly ignite their rivalry: food. One afternoon, Mrs. Johnson was baking her famous batch of cookies. The air was filled with the sweet scent of chocolate chip goodness. Sam was drooling, his tail wagging so fast it looked like it might take off. "Cookie time," Mrs. Johnson called as she pulled the tray from the oven. That's when Lerry, who had been lounging on the windowsill, suddenly perked up. His ears twitched, and his whiskers twitched with interest. He was quick to notice that the cookies were cooling on the counter. Lerry's sharp mind instantly began plotting. "I'll get to those cookies before Sam does," Lerry thought, sneaking down from the windowsill with the quiet elegance of a ballet dancer. Sam, however, wasn't one to be fooled by a sneaky cat. His nose twitched as he picked up the scent of the cookies. He trotted into the kitchen, his mouth already watering in anticipation. "Not so fast, Lerry," Sam muttered under his breath, not knowing Lerry was already planning to execute his next move. The sneaky snatch Lerry, with his lithe body and quiet paws, approached the counter where the cookies sat. Sam, with his massive, clumsy paws, stood a few feet away, gazing longingly at the delicious treats. Just as Lerry was about to leap onto the counter, Sam's tail knocked over a chair with an enormous crash. "Whoops!" Sam barked, his big paws clumsily trying to push the chair back in place. Lerry froze. "That was close," he muttered. But his determination didn't falter. He took a running leap toward the counter. In that instant, Sam noticed Lerry's sudden burst of activity. "Hey!" Sam barked, his tail wagging furiously. "What's the sneaky little cat up to?" Sam ran toward the counter, but Lerry was already on it, stretching his long body toward the cookies.